Well, hey there. Thanks for watching. My mission today, as the proprietor of this here YouTube channel, is to talk about the waiver wire for Week 11. Fantasy football's regular season is entering its final month. I hope you don't need sure things this week because there probably aren't any, but as we do each Monday evening, it's a preliminary look at the waiver wire, and we will start with some shallower leagues. Making the jump from the standard list to the shallow is Derrius Guice, who is still basically a cipher. We think he's returning for Week 11. You can also see Adrian Peterson on this list as well. Washington has run it a lot. Jets and Lions, the next 2 weeks, not scary matchups. There might be work there for somebody. It might be a split. We should also realize Chris Thompson could be close to returning as well. I gave Kenny Stills love on the waiver wire over the past month. He did not really return the favor, didn't have a lot of impact. You'd think that could give Will Fuller an opening to become his high upside self again, if he's able to play Week 11 against, let's see, it'll go Ravens, then Colts and Patriots. The couple games after that, O.J. Howard emerged from banishment to score a touchdown in a good matchup against the Cardinals. Maybe he becomes trustable again. And Kalen Ballage, you're taking your life into your hands. He's not a very good player, but he took almost all Miami's running back snaps in Week 10, so if you're super desperate, you can look his way. And now to the main event, players owned in 1/3 of Yahoo leagues or fewer. I continue to put Madison on this list in the name of handcuffing or in the name of rostering reserve running backs in good situations. As the weeks go by, you need to make sure that players like Madison and Tony Pollard and Gus Edwards and maybe Wayne Gallman are all owned. I can't tell you which superstar runner might get hurt, but a hedge is a good idea. J.D. McKissic has been the subject of a couple of film reviews on this channel lately. You can go back and find those breakdowns. He's here because Ty Johnson was concussed on Sunday. Paul Perkins was also involved, but McKissic is a pretty good and pretty quick player, and if Matthew Stafford comes back, their offense is also pretty good. Darris Slayton is on bye in Week 11. I have to say, I'm somewhat skeptical that Daniel Jones is ready to make any outside receiver an every week threat. Remember, just 2 weeks ago, Slayton had 1 catch for 6 yards. But if Evan Engram and Sterling Shepard stay injured, maybe. And then as for Brian Hill and Noah Fant, we'll take a look at them in just a moment. Hey, if you're thinking about getting a new mattress, here's what I would love. Just make sure at some point to research Leesa. They've been a loyal sponsor of ours for 5 seasons now. I sleep on a Leesa every single night. I love it. I think if you do research them, you'll find they have over 12,000 5-star reviews, more than 300,000 happy sleepers. They will also give you 100 nights to sleep on your new mattress, more than 3 months to determine if it works for you, and if it doesn't, they'll return your money and they'll come pick it up. No questions asked. Plus, we can get you 15% off. Just go to Leesa.com and use the code HarrisTube, and they'll automatically apply your discount. So that's it. That's my goal. When it's time for a new mattress, please remember to do a little research, Leesa.com, and for 15% off, promo code HarrisTube. Okay, we're back at it, and these are preliminary waivers, so I don't know the fate of Devonta Freeman's foot, but Brian Hill took over after Freeman's injury Sunday. This was probably his best run. It's a nice block on the outside by Julio Jones, and all Hill really does is break contain with speed. It's nothing amazing, but I think we can determine he's at least kind of fast. Here's his receiving touchdown Sunday. I honestly don't have that much from this specific game that helps us really understand what Hill is as a player. To call him the number 1 waiver ad of the week is largely to hunt a potential starting role if Freeman is out. Hill did handle a big workload with a lead for the Falcons in the second half Sunday. It is worth asking how many more leads the Falcons will have in second halves going forward. If we go back a couple of weeks, Hill was only getting a few handles per game. This was one of them. Outside zone against Seattle that was blocked up very well. So the key block will be center Alex Mack getting out in space and making a reach block on number 54, Bobby Wagner. And as we play it out, it's really good blocking. It doesn't leave Hill that much to do on his own. If we could be assured that the Falcons' O-line could do this more often than not, I think we'd be real interested. But more typical has been something like this one. Watch number 95 of the Seahawks, L.J. Collier. So this is a counter draw. The right tackle will kick out to handle the defensive end. The right guard will pull and try and seal, which leaves the fullback to take on number 95 Collier and not have him blow up the play before it can get started. But Keith Smith whiffs. Collier gets into the backfield. It's a good reaction time by Hill to get away and at least get going and make something and not lose 5 yards, but it's terrible blocking and it's created chaos and there's just not going to be a lot of room to run. And you want to see a Falcons O-lineman losing his matchup to kill a play? Keep an eye on Seahawks number 72, Al Woods, right there in the middle. At the snap, it's one-on-one, him against left guard Wes Schweitzer, and Schweitzer does not win that matchup. There is no hole where there's supposed to be a hole for Brian Hill. That's ugly, and no matter who the running back has been, it's been happening all season to Atlanta's running game. But the reason to maybe be interested in Hill for waivers, if Freeman misses time, is the progress there seemed to be against a really good Saints defensive line on Sunday going to recur. You can see this lane. I mean, this is Freeman running, and he's a better player than Hill, but still, that's a really good lane, and Hill can take advantage of a rushing lane like that. Frankly, a lot of running backs can. Obviously, so much of whether a running back can apply his natural talent is about whether he gets a moment to breathe and then find a crease. You can see here, again, against the Saints, that happened more for the Falcons than it has for months. So we don't know, as of my recording this, if Freeman's foot injury is bad enough to cost him games beginning Week 11 against the Panthers, nor do we know if a season-long blocking problem for Atlanta is now fixed, or at least partly fixed. But right now, Hill would at least appear to be worth taking a waiver wire chance on. Okay, and then I know there's intrigue over Broncos' first-round rookie tight end Noah Fant, who last time we saw him in Week 9 did this to the Browns. I mean, I'm not going to say it's all that amazing by Fant. This is such a bad job of tackling overall by the Browns, and number 35 there in particular, Jermaine Whitehead, so bad that he famously attacked people on social media and got cut. We know that Fant is fast. He runs a ridiculous 4.5 40 at 250 pounds, but, we're not often getting this kind of defensive stupidity leading to long touchdowns. This one from that Cleveland game was cool. It was probably Brandon Allen's best throw of that day. We're going to see Fant, number 87 there, in line on the left side. And at the snap, he runs opposite the fake pitch out. The entire line goes left. The running backs go left, but Fant goes right. Allen goes right. And that's a lovely touch throw as Fant is able to hold off two defenders. This one will wind up being another terrible play by a Browns defender. This is watch number 53, Joe Schobert, completely hoodwinked by play action, completely not paying attention to the fact that he has Fant in man coverage, and that creates a big crease, a big open space in the middle of the field, and Fant is fast, and if you're giving him that kind of lead time, he's going to beat you for a long gain. My point here would be it was great production in Week 9, but as you'd expect, it really wasn't based on Fant being any kind of technician against an NFL defense as a rookie. He is, to put it nicely, still figuring it out. He is raw material who's going to potentially be good, but on this one, a similar kind of play where the Chiefs are more attentive to him. Down the field, good throw, you got to catch the ball. And as you can see, not too often, Joe Flacco gets out of the pocket and lays in that kind of aggressive throw. Catch the ball. We would like you to please catch the ball. Now, if you want to catch a little screen and then run through the entire defense for a touchdown as well, we will certainly take that. Fant hasn't shown enough on film to make me believe that he demands 6, 7, 8 targets a week, which is, of course, what it takes to be a reliable fantasy tight end. But if you were waiting on the likes of Chris Herndon, for example, who I talked about a lot on this channel and who didn't do anything, is now out with a rib injury, hey, you could give Noah Fant a chance. He's got a low floor, but he certainly, because of his athletic ability and his speed, he can make a big play. He does have a higher ceiling, Week 11, against the Vikings. Thanks so much for watching. Please, please, please smash that like button, write a comment, tell us who else you'd like to see us review film on, and of course, best of all, please subscribe to our channel and then click that little bell above the subscribe button and you'll be notified whenever we post a new video.